What's going on, everybody? Welcome. And today, I'm gonna start the video off with a question. Who dreams are you fulfilling? Say it again. Who dreams are you fulfilling? And I ask that question because I can speak for myself. Many of us go throughout our lives accomplishing goals and achieving things in our life that we're proud of. And a lot of times we ask the question, well, a lot of times, we achieve these goals and we strive for these type of, material things, just things in general. And we get to a certain point in our life where we start to become unfulfilled, even when we accomplish goals. And you gotta think, like, it's kind of weird that even though you are accomplishing goals in your life, you're still unfulfilled. And many people, myself included, have a hard time figuring out why is that. We have a goal in mind, we accomplish it. We have another goal in mind, we accomplish that goal, and we're making strides little by little. But we can still walk away from that goal that we've accomplished feeling unfulfilled. And then later on in our lives, with time, experience, and wisdom, we start to ask the question, well, even though we're fulfilling goals, are those goals ours? Are those goals, do they belong to us? Did we think of those goals when we were younger, or are they just goals that someone or some entity put in our mind to achieve? For example, many of us go to college or strive for a certain career goal, not really because it's our goal. We look for certain jobs, we look for certain career goals, we go to certain schools, but when we get to those jobs in that particular school or that particular idea, we never bother to ask, is this something that I really want to do? Like, do I actually dream about going to an Ivy League school? Did I really have a dream about this particular job when I grew up? Because when I was younger in school, elementary school, the teachers would ask us, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" And a lot of the times, I heard the same three answers. I know it's rather cliche, but I still heard them too. They would ask the kids, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" And the kids would say, "I've heard a firefighter, I've heard a policeman, I've heard a lawyer, I've heard a doctor." I've heard those things. I've even heard athlete, but rarely was athlete an answer. And trust me, there's nothing wrong with those answers. There's nothing wrong with being a firefighter, police officer, a lawyer, doctor. There's nothing wrong with those at all. Those are very, very admirable professions. Nothing wrong with those at all. But whenever I was asked, what did I want to be when I grew up? I already knew what I wanted to be because I was already doing it. I wanted to be an artist. I wanted to draw. I wanted to paint. That was my goal clear, and it was clear to everybody else because when I was in class and I was in school, when I was younger, I would always draw. I would always paint. When it came to arts and crafts, I was in there. I mean, along with doing my other classes too, I was very good in my other classes, but my focus, my passion was in the arts. But whenever I spoke about my particular goals, it was never met with the same enthusiasm as the other professions were. So, it just, as I grew up and got older, went to school, and I got to college and all that, my goal, my passion was never quote unquote accepted, you know. And even when I went to college for the particular major in art, it was still never accepted. So I just like many people conformed to what I thought would make me accepted, right? I just conformed, even though my passion was never stopped. My fire for art never stopped, never went down. So it didn't matter. It really didn't matter because I would still feel that passion for art, even though it wasn't met with the same passion from others that I had. So years went by, years go by, and you just accept what people want for you and what people want from you, and you just go along to get along with people. But even when you accomplish goals, you still feel unfulfilled. That's how I felt. Then I had to realize, you know what? Eventually, it's gonna come a time where you're gonna have to really live your life and do for yourself. Because I'm pretty sure, when my family and friends, made those comments, I'm pretty sure they weren't thinking the worst stuff of me. Because, people, most of the times, people have a set trajectory for your life, and it comes from a good place. I mean, being a doctor is cool. Being a lawyer is cool. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with it at all. And suits all the doctors and lawyers and firefighters and police officers, all that around the world. Suits all you. But I'm pretty sure when my family and friends made those statements, they weren't saying it to really dismiss my passion. They just wanted to, I guess, in their mind, have what was best for me. And I get that. But what you realize is that when people tell you what they want for you, it's kind of a double-edged sword. Part of it is they want the best for you, but also part of it is they want the best for them. That's what I realized. I realized when people tell you that, why don't you grow up and be this, and this, 9 times out of 10, while they do wish good for you, they really, it's something that they want for them. They want this thing for them through you. But they never really ask you, well, what do you want to do? Like, what is your passion? Or even if they know what your passion is, they still, do they encourage your passion throughout? Because, it's just kind of weird because as kids, we were also always told you could be whatever you want to be, right? As kids, we were always told you could be whatever you want to be if you put your mind to it. Yet, when you tell them what you want to be, they found ways to curve that. They found ways to say, well, why don't you try this, and this? Well, which one is it? I could be whatever I want to be, or go with your suggestions. Because what if what I want to be, and what if your suggestions aren't the same? And you don't want this. You don't want to disappoint your family. You don't want to disappoint your friends. So a lot of times we just put our dreams to the side and go with the group thought. Just disregarding what we actually want to do will actually make us happy. So a lot of times we fulfill someone else's dreams, thinking that it will make us happy. That's why a lot of times people can grow up in life and still not be happy with their life. They could have a family, they could have a wife or a husband, they could have children, they could have a beautiful profession, making a lot of money, be financially stable, all that stuff, all that good stuff. And it will still be unfulfilled. Why is that? Because most of the times they are fulfilling someone else's dreams. And when you try to fulfill someone else's dreams, you will never be happy. Now if your dreams and the group dreams is one, that's fine. But if your dreams don't match up with theirs and you try to fulfill their dreams, you will never be happy. All right, so just keep that in mind. There's nothing wrong with fulfilling your dreams. All right, do what's best for you. All right, cool.